He is the embodiment of the word mensch. He embodies chesed at its highest levels. Would you please give it up for Artie and all he's done to make this dinner possible? There's been about 6 rabbis tonight that have asked me to come up here as the large goy from Newark to give the Dvar Torah for the night. So if you will allow me, out of respect for the Tanakh, this will be the most interesting Dvar Torah you have ever heard. But remember the words of the high holidays. Ki beiti beit tefillah l'chol cho'amim. May my house be a house of prayer for many nations. Here we sit here in a room full of Jews and non-Jews, blacks and whites, all gathered together. And this is this week's Torah portion, God's commandment to the Israelites in the desert. He said, build a tabernacle. In this week's Torah portion, he commands to build a tabernacle. And as it says in the Torah, he says, and I shall reside in them. It's not the word I shall reside in it. He says, I shall reside in them. The question is, what is this commandment that God himself, where is he? Build for me a tabernacle and I shall reside in them. The point of this week's Torah portion helps us to understand that sacred space embodied in the word tabernacle is not necessarily a physical space. It is a tabernacle of our hearts. It's the point that we must create sacred spaces within each and every person to honor God, to give him love, to give him honor, that sanctity in the human spirit. And so the question is, if we are commanded by God to create that sacred space, where should we do it? Well, we should do it in the hearts of our children, each and every one of them in their innocence, in their intimate reflection of God himself. That is what our commandment is, to do for them and to take care of our children. Here we are today, gathered together on the very week we study this portion of the Torah to understand that the creation of this school is like the fulfillment of the command to make a tabernacle, to create a sacred space for our children so that they might live out their divine calling. This, to me, is truly, truly a righteous mission. And so tonight, I feel very honored to be with you here to celebrate the mission of this school, but most importantly, to make sure that we fulfill the highest calling of God, as it says in Proverbs, to raise our children in the way that they should go, so when they get old, they do not depart for it. I want to thank everyone involved, and especially to the rabbi and all the leadership of the school. I simply say, Yasher Koah. Thank you.